how often should someone new to the phase, aka lucid dreaming, astral projection, or OBEs, how many days a week should they be devoting to the practice when they're starting out? And his answer here might surprise some of you, but he actually recommends not to try more than 2 to 3 times a week, and he has some solid reasons behind that. Ideally, over the first months, it's best to only concentrate on attempts before days off from work when there's no need to wake up early. And we'll get to his actual techniques here soon, I promise, but a large part of his techniques are based around, of course, trying to get a lot of hours of sleep, but more importantly than that, they're based around being able to wake up very slowly and utilize these natural awakenings that tend to occur more often as you get more hours of sleep under your belt, and then immediately trying to fall back asleep. And then upon falling back asleep is when you're going to be introducing a lot of these different techniques and stuff we'll be covering in a later video. And then because, most people assume you got a job or family and life and other responsibilities, you can't just lounge around in bed every single morning, which is one of the main reasons why he recommends really only focusing on this, 2 to 3 days a week. But there's more reasons as well. You should try to enter the phase only 2 to 3 days a week, regardless of whether or not attempts are successful. This should be a simply mandatory rule so that you don't suffer from emotional exhaustion or hit a wall with your practice. When correctly following it, you can have multiple phase experiences over a single day, which is why 2 to 3 days a week is totally sufficient for making constant progress. Ignoring this rule can lead to quite severe consequences of one's practice. Phase entrance may simply not happen at all, and/or a block in one's practice may arise due to the lack of success. That block will worsen until complete loss of faith in one's own abilities, or even the phenomenon itself occurs. The only cure is an even longer break during the week, which it is helpful to take periodically anyways, even when one's practice is successful. So something I didn't cover, but he said earlier on, is if you were going hard at it, trying every single day for the past month with, maybe success or not success, right? He recommends taking a good week or two break off just to kind of reset yourself. And then when you come back at it, that's when you really want to pick these 2 to 3 days a week to really go hard at the practice. Because when you get to his techniques, they are quite labor intensive. Like they take there's a lot of steps you got to do to really get a lot of good solid cracks at this, which is another reason why you basically wouldn't want to try to do it every single day. Now, as you get more experience with the practice, if you can fit it into your regular routine and schedule, sure, you could potentially try it every single day. But at least when you're starting out, I think you're much better off picking 2 to 3 days a week where you can really focus on it, try to follow his, all his different techniques and stuff to the T, and you'll probably have a better chance at success with that. But anyway, that'll wrap it up. Until the next video, keep your phase practice legit.